Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about a library called Shimmer, Shake, Strike 2. It's a percussion library that's aimed at those top-end percussive elements, things like shakers and tambourines. This library is narrowly focused and designed to meet that specific need. I'm the target audience for a library like this when I'm recording acoustic guitar or rock or pop. I oftentimes need to find a shaker or a tambourine or some kind of element like that. And I have these things buried in my other sound libraries, but they're not very accessible. They're not exactly what I need. This particular library is built for that specific need. So I have downloaded this and purchased this. It's not sent to me. I haven't opened it yet, so we're going to experience it the first time together. We'll take a look at the user interface. We'll take a look at and take a listen to the sounds and do kind of a quick just first look. But then we're going to put it through its paces a little bit and try to maybe create a short track and use it in a practical application, add it to a guitar track and see if we can get it to sit in a room. So hopefully this is helpful, this little mini review and first look. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in. So I have a new session at Cubase open here. I'm just going to go ahead and add the virtual instrument in. So we're just going to load up. It's got one instrument, and that one instrument has all the samples and all the functionality in it. So we're brought right into this interface here. Let's take a look at what we have. We have main, which appears to be three different instruments. We got a shaker, a tambourine, and some wood percussion as well. This is our main tab. Then we have pattern. Okay, so this is going to be where we program for each pattern what hits, what samples we're triggering for each hit to make that pattern. So obviously we've got three tracks that correspond to those three instruments in the beginning here. And then lastly, it looks like we have a mixer here, again, for each of those three instruments where we can mix it, adjust the tone, the pitch, emphasis, low EQs, high EQs, sends, reverbs, master effects. All right, so pretty straightforward stuff. And then we have where we can lock it to the host, or have the host trigger it rather than just the keys, sync it to user or grid, play speed. Looks like you can go half speed or full speed. So if you have a loop playing, click half speed. I'm assuming it will make the samples trigger in half speed. And then MIDI, I'm guessing that's probably once you've created your pattern, you can probably drag and drop the MIDI to the timeline. But let's play around this and see what we can come up with. So we will start with the egg shaker. So probably a few different samples there. Okay, so we're not starting with the egg shaker here, we're playing all three of these. So all three of these are playing in unison. So you can see the egg shaker's on 8th notes, I believe, and then the tambourine's on every quarter note, and then the maracas don't seem to be doing a ton here yet. And then it looks like you can solo them there. Okay, so let's get into it here. Let's see if we can drag a pattern or draw a pattern out. All right, now let's mess around. Let's mute out these other two here. Okay, so the maracas were doing something there. So we got the shaker, and look, you can pan it right and left. So you can really create your top of mix percussion mix, if you will, right here as well. You can mute, you can solo, adjust the volume. So now let's go into the pattern. And I guess you can, okay, so here's the different for shaker. And they've got all their different instruments, it looks like categorized into shake, shimmer, and strike. Got it. So let's change this to the banana. And I'm gonna go through a couple of these sounds just so you can hear what it sounds like. I could see using that studio shaker. It's not too abrasive, it's fairly smooth. Kind of cool sounding. Pill bottle. All right, let's go with the studio shaker, and let's try to adjust the pattern here. All right. So where do we want this to hit? So this looks like the lowest hit right here at the bottom. You can completely remove it. And now we adjust where we want the accents. Let's try different tambourine sounds. That one's pretty good. Walnut tambourine. I like the walnut tambourine. And what do we have on the far right here? And bring that back in. All right, so that's the basic instrument, how it works. Very, very focused in terms of what you would use it for. But again, this is something that I find myself constantly reaching for that I don't currently have in my toolkit, especially when I'm tracking acoustic guitar or something along those lines. And I, Easy Drummer has some, depending on the kit you have. I've got Superior Drummer, same deal. But they're always just buried deep in different kits, and it takes a while to load them. For whatever reason, I just don't find that extremely, quick and accessible. So this is actually something that serves a very specific need that I can see myself using all the time. So let's just, for giggles, let's throw down a little bit of an acoustic guitar track. We'll use Native Instruments session acoustic here, and just see if we can, blend together a few top of mix percussion elements. All right, that one works. Okay. So you can see right off the bat, we just have really done nothing except for bring in the default shaker loop that we were just messing with and put a guitar down to it. So you can see the life, and we haven't mixed it or anything, but this is what we're getting right now. That's without. Still without, obviously. Now I bring it in. All right, let's play with it a little bit. Just with the shaker. Half speed. All right, let's fill this out a little more just for fun. Let's push that one off the right. All right, let's put an upright bass in. And for that, we're going to use Native Instruments upright bass, session basis, upright bass. And let's see what this sounds like here. Okay, and we just got it playing the same MIDI notes that the guitarists are playing. Let's see what it sounds like together. All right, so I think the Shimmer Shake Strike has claps in it. I think it's got stomps. So let's see what we can find there. I should mention there were two versions you could buy. There was the basic essentials version, which I think was around $99 on, I think it's on sale, or thereabouts, even not on sale, around $99-ish, $100. And then for about $20 more, there was a version that had extra instruments in it, which I'm assuming are some of these ones we're seeing now, like bottles and all kinds of stuff. Let's go through them. So here are the claps, snaps, and footsteps. You can get like a Cecilia thing going there. Paul Simon. Okay. Snaps. Let's hear what the stomps sound like. Oh man. You know, I'm going to take this track with the stomps and the claps because I want those to be big, whereas the other one's more in your face. I want the stomps and claps to be big, so I'm going to slap the percasti on there, which is the Seventh Heaven reverb. And then we can get big with this. Too big. Okay. Not bad. So now I'm going to take all these tracks that we just put together. I'm going to throw them into a reverb to try to glue them together. I've got UAD capital chambers up and UAD Hitsville reverb chambers. I want to see if the shimmer, shake, strike, the shakers and the claps and everything sit well with the others in a reverb mix and feel like they're in the same room, because that's one of the biggest parts for me about that top line percussion, is that if you're using percussion from different libraries or even mixing live percussion with sampled, you can get them to feel like they're actually in the same room. So I'm going to see if I can glue them together with these reverbs real quick. This is what that sounds like. We'll start with capital chambers. That's with. It's without. Subtle. Let's try Hitsville. with, without. So for me, Shimmer, Shake, Strike is a definite win. It's something that I will have in my toolkit. I find myself reaching for tambourines, reaching for shakers, those types of things quite often. And I have them in my sample libraries kind of buried in all these different patches, but having one just at my disposal that's for that specific need is going to be extremely useful and a big time saver. That the audio quality is great. You can definitely make it feel like it's in the room with the other instruments, which is huge. So as opposed to going and grabbing a tambourine and trying to slap a mic in front of it, or grabbing an audio loop to time stretch it, or trying to find a sample that does, kind of what I want it to do, this library is great. I highly recommend, if you do that type of music that I've been describing, a lot of acoustic recording, a lot of stuff with maybe polyrhythms, this is going to be a very, very useful tool for you. So I hope you enjoyed this quick review and kind of first look. If you like this type of content, be sure to subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below, like it, and we'll bring more videos to you soon.